Alright, guys. Alright, this is Worms 2 Armageddon. Uh, these games are paid games. The original Worms, it's not Worms 2, it's just Worms in the Apple um, App Store, is the cheapest. And it's a good game, so I'd say go for it. I've got Worms 2, so I'm going to go ahead and do this review with Worms 2, but the games are very, very similar. The first thing, though, I'd say you want to do is hit the gear icon at the bottom left and go to Team Settings. And there's a plus icon with the worm smiling down there. Click on it or tap. Hit Human, and you want to add characters. Okay. Enter some team names, whatever team names you want to do. John, for example. We've got John, Falcon, Guest, and so on and so forth. Those are the other characters I've created. Okay, and then you're going to hit the play icon. If you hit single player, you can do a practice match and play with all the weapons and see how it works. You might want to try that if you're playing by yourself before you do this with anybody else. But hit multiplayer, hit hot seat game. All right, now you can add characters. So I'm going to go ahead and, whoops, those are computers. You can also add AIs. I'm going to go add Falcon and Guest and start real quick so I can show you a couple of the things here. Now, this game's awesome because you can have multiple people play on one device. You can just pass it around. So it's good for waiting in long lines. It's good for riding in the car, whatever the case may be. Alright, so the bottom left here is the first one, is to choose the backdrop. And so we'll just choose, let's go ahead and choose this one here. Alright, now the question mark, if you tap on it, is going to change the terrain. That's flat, that's hilly, that is a cave, that's a cave with multiple decks, or rooms, whatever you want to call them, and that's back to random. Let's go ahead and choose flat. Right here, we're skipping the middle one for a moment. These are the amount of mines are going to show up. So that's a lot of mines, that's no mines, that's a few mines, that's about a medium amount. Let's do one. And then the right here is the amount of care packages. So we'll do a lot. You press the button in the middle, and it's going to re-render the map to the settings you just selected. Okay, just like that. Alright, once it pops up, you're going to hit the check mark to select this map and the settings you've selected, and you're going to jump into the game. Just like this. Okay, a couple of things now we need to talk about. First thing is you tap right and left on the screen to move. Okay, the crosshairs is going to be the direction of your fire. If you just press the attack button, which is at the bottom right, that little explosive thing, if you just tap it, it's going to send your missile like inches from the gun, and it's going to blow up your character. You don't want to do that. So you hold it down for a second, and that is going to choose how long the missile flies. And obviously, I held it too long. Okay. And, alright, so another thing is the wind at the top left, whatever the arrows are pointing, right or left, that's where the wind is going to be. That's important because that is going to manipulate the missile or fire or airstrikes, whatever you choose. And the bottom left weapons crate is where you select weapons. And you can also select movement items, such as the ninja rope down at the bottom. Right next to that is a teleporter. Then there's a jetpack. All those things help you traverse the terrain. Okay, you tap on the top left up there. It's going to zoom in a little bit or zoom out. You can see like that. Now, with the zoom to here, we're going to talk about jumping real quickly. If you tap on the character in the middle of the screen, they'll jump forward. Double tap, and they'll do a backflip. And that will help you get out of tight spots. Kind of we're in a little hole right here. But if we do this and we do a back jump, see, there's a good chance we can be able to get ourselves out of here, just like that. Alright, now the timer at the top right is how long you have to choose your position and the weapon you want to use. When that timer runs out, it's going to automatically jump to another character. So you want to finish and do everything you want with that character before that timer runs out. Okay? With that said, The fire barrel, when it's shot, will explode, which can cause damage, but it will also send fire flying everywhere. So let's shoot that real quick just to show you what happens. And you'll notice that first aid kit exploded as well. Almost your care packages, all of the stuff that drops from the sky will explode if it's too close to another explosion, or if it's shot with something. Okay, and you can customize the characters when you create the teams, and my characters are customized, and their names are kind of silly, which I did on purpose. Okay, all the weapons, some are throw weapons. To talk about that very quickly, you tip on a grenade, and you can select the amount of time before it explodes, 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, so on and so forth. Homing missile, if you do it, you can select where it goes, and then you press the attack button to select where it's going to fire. Shoot straight up, and then it's going to fire there. That kind of thing. I think that's just about it for for the basics of the game. Part of the fun is figuring out what all the weapons do, so I'm not going to tell you all of that. I've already showed you a little bit, and so I think that's good, guys. This is a paid game, and but if you have a long trip, I think $2 is worth having something to do. So, if you guys want to do it, go for it, and I would recommend it. So yeah, God bless you guys. Have fun. Keep it clean. Keep it in moderation. And I'll see you guys in the next video.